Hello everybody, it's Michael Neuweiler from Switzerland. I'd like to give you a quick wrap-up of what's happening here. 2 weeks ago we had a test drive day in a town very nearby. You could test drive almost every electric car that's currently available on the market. It was very interesting. I'm going to give you an overview and an impression of what it was like. That's the first part of the video, and in the second part of the video I'll give you an introduction into a very interesting project here. Some guys in Zurich are trying to convert a truck into an electric truck. Very interesting, don't miss it. In the back here you can see my Volvo S80 in mixed conversion. The engine is out, as you saw in previous videos. I'm currently working on a mounting structure for the engine, for the motor and the transmission. And here in the back you can see a prototype. I'm going to try to place the batteries in the exhaust tunnel and there where the gas tank was. It's just made of wood to get an impression of what the dimensions have to be, how many batteries I can get in there. Of course everything will be replaced with aluminum struts. But more of this in a later video. I don't have enough time to go into detail there. On the 9th and 10th of May we had a test day in Hedingen, that's in the canton Zurich in Switzerland, and you were able to drive almost any commercial electrical car that is available right now. You could register at this booth of E-Mobile and there were quite a few visitors. You could drive about 6 Tesla Model S, 4 Tesla Roadsters, 3 BMW i3, 2 Renault Zoe, 1 Nissan Leaf, 1 Special Surprise, Smart, Mitsubishi i-MiEV and 1 Renault. As you can see here, the presence of Tesla Model S and Roadster was quite overwhelming. There were also some vans. Citroën and Renault had a commercial van, and some microcars like Renault Twizzys, some Twikes, motocross bikes, e-scooters. Also hybrids were present, 2 Volvo V60 plug-in hybrids and 1 Toyota Prius and 1 Opel Ampera. Of course I had to drive them all, especially the Tesla was very nice. I think it's more, you experience the acceleration even more when you're a passenger than when you're a driver, because you don't know when to expect the car to jump forward and you're just pressed against the back of your seat and headrest. The BMW i3s are actually quite a nice car. They have the best acceleration aside from the Tesla. They're quite sporty and to me they look appealing. It's a different look. You're not used to it from BMW. This knob there in the middle is typical BMW, but it also has a touchpad where you can enter the navigation data. Quite appealing. The knob there at the steering wheel, there you select the gear. It's quite bulky, but I think you get used to it. Of course, a Nissan Leaf. And by the way, apologies for some pictures which are not really sharp. Renault Zoe. It doesn't have as much punch as a Nissan Leaf, but I think for a normal city driver it's absolutely perfect. Mitsubishi i-MiEV and surprise, VW e-up. It was there. It was not just a press release. and it even drives. Be smart. And then there was the full electric Citroën Berlingo. You can get it from about 13,000 Swiss francs. That's about $14,000. Of course, then you have to rent the battery. That's not included, but the price is fair. Just the cargo space. And also Renault Kangoo has a 100% electric drive edition of the car. And then there was one self-made mini pickup from a company which sells electric motorbikes. It's quite funny. I like the blower up there. It looks like it was converted. It's a converted air blower. Some charge stations were also there, like this one, it's a wall mount. And there's also a mobile edition, mobile fast charger. There's some hybrids, the Toyota Prius, Volvo V60. Actually, I think this car is very nice looking, but once I drove it, I realized that you could switch between 3 different modes, and the full electric mode, if you step a little bit too much on the pedal, then the gas engine still kicks in. These are the funky Renault Twizy. They're actually quite nice. Nice acceleration. It's kind of a electric motorbike on 4 wheels, and it's a 2-seater. Very rudimentary, no heating. And there are also some special edition electric motorbikes, like this futuristic looking piece. And there are also some motocross bikes. And actually that's my dream, to get rid of these 125 cubic centimeter bikes and have almost silent motorbikes. Unfortunately, we had a limitation to 30 kilometers per hour on this road, so the driver didn't dare to accelerate too much. But the bikes are very, very quiet, and starting from 5,000 Swiss francs, about $7,000. I drove this one, this scooter here, and actually you have to hold on to it. When you turn the accelerator, you're in for a surprise. It's not a scooter, and a vintage looking scooter, and also some e-bikes. So that's it from this test day for electromobility, and we move on with another topic, the EFORCE. The EFORCE is a Iveco truck that was transformed from a diesel engine truck into an electric drive. It has two Brusa motors in it with a total power of 300 kilowatt, top speed 90 kilometers per hour, battery capacity of 240 kilowatt hours, range of 300 kilometers. Average use is 80 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers. There was a report on the Swiss national television news on the 10th of July 2013. I'm going to translate what they said. The time when electric cars were small and handy are over. Soon trucks with electric motors can be rolling on Swiss streets. This one, for example, is one of the biggest electric trucks of the world. Today it was christened in Zurich, and this truck is a masterpiece. For the first time, thanks to high-efficient electric motors and latest battery, daily traveling distances of up to 300 kilometers are possible. But will this 18-ton vehicle make it up the pass of St. Gotthard? We let the electric truck be challenged by a diesel truck. Result? Surprising. Two trucks of the same size loaded with 14 tons. They're going to chase each other on a street with 10% inclination. Start, truck stop at the base of Gotthard. Finish at the top of Gotthard Pass at 2091 meters over sea level. That's about 6,860 feet. The batteries are charged completely after 6 hours. The diesel truck takes 300 liters of diesel. Her truck, all new. Nervous? Somewhat. What are you looking forward to? The comparison. Who wins? Hopefully me. Some days earlier in the shop. Out of a standard truck, the engineers built an e-truck. Instead of huge diesel engines, there are electric components. The two high-tech batteries, enormous, each weighing 1.3 tons. Relatively simple to change. The biggest moving battery in Switzerland. The sensation. For the first time, distances of 300 kilometers are possible. But the real masterpiece is very small. The electromotor. Highly efficient, two of them deliver more than 400 horsepower. Efficient and environment friendly, okay. But can an electro truck also keep up with traffic? The first test drive over 200 meters shows this, mercilessly. Result? The electro wins surprisingly superior. Nobody was expecting such a clear distance. The euphoria at engineers, buyers and investors is high. The investors hope to use the truck in local distribution in cities where you are required to keep the air clean, but don't have to drive long distances. Do you have a slow truck? No, not really. But the shifting was the problem. There I lost time. Yeah. In the future, the truck will be used to deliver food within Zurich city. Second test. We chased the e-truck up the steep Schöllenenschlucht. The diesel at his heels. Will the electric motor withstand the extreme load? What is the difference between driving a diesel and an electric? Very quiet, stepless, and very good acceleration. Very nice to drive. Bikers have to be even more cautious. He's passing them so quietly. The CO2 emissions compared. The diesel emits 109 kg CO2 including production of the fuel. The electro truck 24 kg CO2 including the construction of the batteries and production of electricity. Last climb before the top of the pass. Succeeded. The batteries are still half full and driving downhill you will be able to recharge them. So I hope you liked this short introduction on the EFORCE. I think it was about time to show you this very nice project. The folks at EFORCE are trying to get this onto a production line, which is certainly quite hard for such a huge project. and a report with an update on my Volvo S18 the next video. Thank you very much and have a nice time. Thanks, bye bye.